Good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are in the world. We are on the road to the 18th Annual Female Leadership Conference in Curacao. I mean, we went this year virtual, and I'm still saying Curacao because it started here in Curacao on this great island, and we are continuing with it. We just had the 17th. I'm still lingering on the emotions and the happening and the energy. And I really, really hope that you will be with us next year. But who we have today? My friend Birgit. She's with us today and she is an awesome person. You know, I'm impressed sometimes when you talk with people about what they're doing. This lady is a veterinary oncologist. I mean, how did you do that? Hi, good morning for you. How are you?
Good morning, Reina. Thank you so very much for having me here. It's such a pleasure to be with you today. I'm doing really, really well. Thank you. And you?
Great, great. But what was the trigger as a 17-year-old girl? I think you were very young when you went to study um, as a veterinary and then specialized for oncology.
So the what triggers me, well, I always love animals. I grew up since I was, I think, like 4 or 3 years old. I wanted to have pets. We all little girl have pets, and I have a variety of them. My mom called it a menagerie. And I don't have them all usually at once, but I went from having chicken, this cute little baby chick, and the chicken grow up, and then I have ducks, and then I have bunny, and so I always love animals, and I love to help. It's just a drive in me since I was a kid. I was like one of those kids that like if you give me ice cream or a balloon or something. And I grew up in Indonesia, and so there are a fair number of homeless kids. You gave me something, I walk down the street, I'll give it to the next homeless kid that I see, and my parents like, oh my God, yeah, better stop doing that. To the point they have to tell me, oh, this toy is from grandma, and do not give it away. So I always love to help, apparently, and I help a lot of, even as a child, with a lot of orphanage and things like that. And then when it comes to me to decide what to do, well, I combine the helping and my love for animals and become a veterinarian, and so that's what drives me to become a veterinarian. And then with the oncology part, I love to be able to have people have hope and peace of mind, and also to feel better. And so with veterinary, in the veterinary field, particularly back 15 years ago, and even now, many times, if your pet get diagnosed, your loved one, your beloved dog or cat or something got diagnosed with cancer, a lot of the primary care veterinarians still not equipped to do what it is required. Actually, I mean, similar to people, what it is required to help the pet, and it's very devastating, to be told, well, I'm sorry, Fluffy has cancer, and you can let him eat and do whatever you want, and he's going to have a month, he's going to have 2 weeks, 6 weeks. That's very devastating. And so I knowing that, I want to help people to be able to have more time happily and joyfully and comfortably with their loved one. And that's what brings me into the oncology part, so I can help all these pet parents to have wonderful time when we do treatment, when we do cancer treatment in pet. My number one goal is quality of life. So the treatment does not make the pets sick at all. The treatment actually make them feel better. A lot of them, these are older pets. And when I treat, alongside, I'll treat the arthritis and all this other thing. And they're like, oh my God, my dog or my cat acted like she was or he was 5 years ago and happy. And we have longer time, we are happy and we're comfortable. And so that's why I love veterinary oncologists, to help people be able to have the hope and peace of mind and the result that they love.
And when I'm hearing you talking like that, it is very interesting to have you also as a role model, because young girls who are looking at the person like you will see that they also can achieve their dreams, because so many people, they love their pets and a pet becomes part of their family.
Yeah.
And you don't want them to suffer, you don't want them to die, you want them to be forever with you.
Yeah.
So I think you're a good role model too.
Thank you.
And that is one of the things that we are trying to do with the annual Female Leadership Conferences, showing the great women and how they make a great life with something they love, because as a veterinarian, you're still doing what you love to do when you were a child.
Yes, exactly. You can definitely make a wonderful living, bringing good for a lot of people and doing what you really love. And then everybody's happy. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that when you study, and I talk about my own experiences, when you study and you have your diploma, the thing is you can go do anything else, which you, whenever it's necessary, just pick up the diploma, take the stuff away, and you can go back to what you were trained for, if necessary, so.
Yes.
And hi, Ellen Conta. Happy to have you with us again. But Brigitte, we met, you and me are international speakers, and we met during one great event. And what I'm very happy I'm very happy to meet great women like you, because sometimes we are in our cocoon and we don't realize what other big work is being done out there for women, and on different levels, on different with different purposes. It all comes back to empowerment of women. So I'm really impressed. You have a daily show, and you show it exactly to empower women.
Thank you.
I've been sharing it on this page, so some people must have seen you before. But what is your main purpose? You say you believe in yourself and that anything is possible.
Yes.
That's your slogan. That's your slogan.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it says back there, right? So what my main purpose actually is still the same, it's just in the most interesting way. It more to reaching, to be able, it's my main purpose still the same, to help people have hope, peace of mind, and great results. That's basically my main purpose, still running the same. Have hope, peace of mind, and doing that easily, and have awesome result that you really love. And just because of my own life experience, actually, it taught me to be able to actually now serve people outside my hospital. Being a doctor is great, but it's confined within the hospital wall. And actually, with the work that I do, with the shows that I do every day, and the speaking and everything, after my own life experience in 2011 and 12, and then again last year, my mission is to be able to help the world, people worldwide, way outside my hospital. So it's not limiting, because many times things happen in our life, and we all deserve to be able to thrive and to have peace of mind even as things are happening, and to be able to know the skill and tools that I learned to master through my own experience and through my study, to be able to change, to turn things around quickly and easily. Back then, when things happened to me in 2011, 12, it took me, quite a couple years just through the journey, and then a couple more years. This times it's actually worse in a way. It took me less than a year to turn things around, and I continue to have ease and peace of mind and joy. Even as we have adversity, it's possible to do that if we just know these very simple skills and tools.
But that is life, because you have to go through so many challenges.
Yes, yes.
And these challenges are what make you. So in your situation, you decided to share with others. Sharing is caring. You decided to share with other
Yes.
people how you surpassed challenges.
Yeah, I decided that to share what it is, all these very simple. I was able to streamline them and put them into our 5 fingers, which is very simple and straightforward, and be able to do that, to share, because people deserve to know it. People deserve to know it.
In a world where a lot of professional women, that's our focus, professional women are alone in the situation where they are. So you get a diploma, you get work, and people think it's okay, you're ready. Nobody has to help you anymore. And then you're standing alone so many times. So that's why we are doing this work too, as back support for women who are great, awesome, and alone.
Yeah.
And who need that specific push to know you are not alone. Because that's, knowing that you are not alone is very important.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, knowing that you are not alone, that, we're here to support each other, because, as we already know, I mean, imagine if you're trying to lift a really heavy table, right? you're going to hurt yourself if you're trying to do that. And the same things, last I know, nobody able to climb up Mount Everest on their own completely. So, what we want to do is we want to help others as we climb. We just help each other climb. And when we do that, when we're all together, just like the great work that you're doing, Reina Jo, we were there for each other. We support each other. It's a community. I say it's a we. Let's see things as a we, not just an I. We don't lose identity in being a we. It's a whole wonderful different groups of people. But when we are able to collaborate together, and then that's a lot more beautiful and a lot better result, just like what you have been doing.
Yes, for sure. But when you talk about support, and support is my soapbox topic, how come we still cannot get more women joining each other? What is it from your perspective? What do you think? What is the reason?
I think it's a couple things. One is the awareness. Somebody was talking about this the other day, asking this question. Strangely enough, they're like, so why is people still not understanding and helping each other? And it's the conversation was stemmed on why people don't wear masks with the coronavirus, particularly. I'm in United States, in Los Angeles, and the numbers going up every day nowadays, and it's like, why people don't wear masks? And I was like, I think it's the lack of understanding is one. And then, and it stemmed from there, it stemmed from the lack of understanding of what's going on. I put an analogy to smoking. No offense to smoker, but a lot of time we say, smoking cigarettes not good for their health, and there are still people who smoke cigarettes, and there are still people who smoke cigarettes when they are with other people who are not smoker. And it doesn't make the person's a bad person, but perhaps, it's just a different perceptions on the understanding of the process. I am an oncologist, so I know what that cigarette smoke do to your body. And so I think it's a different understanding, the different way in doing things of like, okay, this is, but some people are, much more focused on what it is for me. One thing is, this is an abundance universe, but a lot of time people don't realize that. and it's
Yes.
they're like, oh, a lot of people see this as if like the resource we have is a pie, and I better get my slice of the pie and hog it as much as I
Well,
can.
that's enough for all of us. There is enough.
But in truth, like you said, yeah, there is love and there is resource for all of us, and we don't have to be hogging them. It's not a single pie. It's the universe is a factory, a limitless factory that can
Oh, that's what you
continue.
have to remember. A limitless factory producing pies.
Yes,
Okay, that's
exactly.
great.
There will be more pie, and if you don't get like this pie, there is a different pie for you and for everybody. So it's like
Yes.
I think people don't see it that way, and that's why it's it's really it can be challenging to bring people together.
Mhm. Even though I ask about the support, I realize that especially in business or in a certain professions, women have to be protective of their field. I
Hmm.
understand that. And what I don't understand is that if you are alone or you don't have the support of your male surrounding, what is that you don't see why you should have relationships that will support you? And I'm talking here about female relationships, friends.
Hmm.
This intrigues me, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know either, but if I'm trying to look back because back in the back before 2000 uh, at some point in my life, I was a lone ranger. So I would say I was a lone ranger, and
Not by choice, not by choice, or
well,
by choice.
well, by choice back then to a
Okay.
degree, because of my awareness. It's like, well, I'm just going to, I made it this far with a lot of fight. I think is the way
Yes.
I saw it. I made it this far with a lot of fight, and I'm going to keep fighting because apparently on my own because apparently that works. Little did I realize, I didn't realize back then. Now I do that. Actually, you don't have to fight that much, and life will be a whole lot easier and a lot more fun if you actually allow support. But I think it's back to the awareness thing of not being having an understanding and an awareness. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
If we when we talk like this, when we talk like this, if this is like a one-on-one conversation. When we talk like this, I always ask myself what other women are not seeing.
Yeah,
Because if we see how we are, who we are, why we are, where we are, it is impossible. That sometimes I get a feeling now that we are going backwards regarding the situation of women. You
yeah,
know, so many. Just observe how many times you see a group of important people and they are only men. It's okay if they are the most important ones.
hmm,
But then I ask myself, where are the women who could have been there too?
yes,
You know?
yeah,
And especially, I go back to your word as an oncologist. I don't think there are so many female or oncologists or veterinary oncologists. There are not so many. Or are there, do you meet a lot of them?
Nowadays, there are a fair number of them, but nowadays, at the early day, back then, still, there are not as many. Nowadays, thankfully, there are more and more of female veterinary oncologists, and I think it's a unique field, though. I mean, veterinary oncologist is might be not the most representative because like a lot of the oncology is for veterinary oncology, you need a lot of the more being able to connect with people, more emotion, the touchy feely part of things, and so that's probably why there is some more proportionally more female veterinary in female in veterinary oncology. Now, if you look in general in the field of medicine and veterinary specialty, there's still a lot of male to a fair number, but the oncology draws female, and to a degree, I think the male veterinarians are not as drawn to that, to say, oh yeah, with all that emotion and the touchy feely and everything like that. So thankfully in veterinary oncology nowadays, more and more female are in there.
As a female leader, we need to show ourselves more, because sometimes I think we are too. I don't think the word shy is the right one, but sometimes we pretend to be too humble to put ourselves out, because the reactions many times will let you get the feeling from back off, and don't, you don't show yourself that way.
Yeah.
What is your advice? Because we need the young women who are ambitious, who think that they will study one day to have a profession. What is your advice to the young woman, why she should believe in herself to achieve anything she wants?
Because when you achieve anything your heart truly desire, that's when you actually bring even more goods to others. It's not just doing good for yourself. Whether your heart, and it doesn't matter what your heart desire is. Perhaps your heart desire is to become a top politician, or to become a top doctor, a top business executive, or teacher, or even your heart desire is to be a very a wonderful mother raising wonderful kids. But when you achieve what it is with your heart desires, do it with passions, that's when you actually bring good, not just to yourself, because some people think, oh, I'm being selfish, like you said, I'm being selfish or something. No, you don't. You bring a lot more good to others. If let's say some people say, but what I would really love is to be able to have children and raise really good children. Well, how is that bringing good? Well, if you one of my best friend has two sons and a daughter, and she was mostly a stay-at-home mom. I say that a career mom, a stay-at-home mom, and her children are bringing so much good to the society. One of them is a doctor. One of them, they're all in different field. They're helping so many people, and they're inspiring to see. And she's inspiring to see, because once after she complete raising children, she herself doing all this, other a lot of good as well. And so it's really when you do something that your heart call, and you do it, and that will allow you to do it well and do it with fun, and you are at ease, then you're already bringing a lot of good with people that way, and then the result will also bring great good to more people. So it's really for young women who really inspired to be to do what it is that your heart call. You really need you need to pursue it. You need to pursue it and do, and it is absolutely possible to do what you really love, what you really, really love, perhaps your childhood dream, and doing it well and bringing
Like
great
you
good.
did, like you did.
Yeah, with my veterinary, and bringing good to others, and also at the same time make a good living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every you show, you have a question. What is the question you have today?
Pardon me. What was that?
Every day in your show, you have a question.
Uh-huh.
What is
Oh,
your question today?
what is my question today? Okay, I see. So let me think about it for a moment. Those shows are actually impromptu show. I don't know if you know that. Um,
Yes, I
I
know.
I don't read out of a script. Actually, it's all truly live, like a conversations like this. So my question
Mm-hmm.
today, so this week actually, what interesting that it come to this show, because this week, as you notice, I was talking about giving, to give as a way to have one of the way to have a two thumbs up day and week and month and year and life. So the questions is actually going to conclude today with the share about giving is what to give for. We talk about the different form of giving. What what I find the most honorable form of giving is giving while you are facing adversity. And one of the things that most valuable for giving, we talked about this in the show, being time. And today is give. What is one gift that to allow us to have peace of mind? What is the the one giving that allow us to truly have peace of mind? And that actually that giving is actually forgive. A lot of people
Yes.
don't realize that to forgive is to give for ourselves above and beyond anybody else. When we forgive
Yes.
somebody else or ourselves, the number one person and truly the most person that benefit from that is ourselves. You can forgive somebody who's still around, or somebody who has moved on, beyond this world, who has passed away. And the one person that has peace of mind is you. So
Yes,
and
definitely.
that's, yeah. And so what is the
It's for
one form of
yourself.
giving? Yeah, what is one form of giving that allow you to have, that is actually necessary? If if you cannot have true peace of mind if you have something that's still kind of like eating you away, whether it's your
Yes,
own action
definitely.
or somebody's actions. It's a necessary giving to have peace of mind. Because on Friday,
Yes. And we're
my
getting
Friday show is a peace of mind show. So it's every Friday I share a tip that will allow us to have peace of mind, because all of us deserve to have peace of mind and ease regardless of what's going on in our life.
for sure, for sure. That's also good for your health. If you
Yes,
have peace of mind, it's good for your health.
yes, it's definitely.
Jocelyn, I will get back to you about your question. She's asking about follow your heart, but you also need to have food on the table. We will come back to that. Birgit, thank you so much. Thank you really, really for this talk today. We are on the road to the 18th Annual Female Leadership Conference in Curacao. Actually, Jocelyn was one of our speakers in the past. A last word, Birgit?
Just it's everything. If possible, everything is possible if you put your heart and your action and allow support. Because sometimes we get into lone rangers mode, but everything is possible if you put your heart, your mind, and your actions and allow support with it. And I am so honored and so grateful to be able to be here with you and share with you, Reina Joe. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And we just stay in touch. Tonight we're going to watch your show it again. You are in Los Angeles. What time is it there? When your
Uh,
show starts at 8? No,
uh,
when does your show start?
oh, my show start. My show
Yes.
on Friday is on at 12 o'clock. Yeah,
12 o'clock. Okay.
yeah.
There's a time difference.
12 o'clock
Okay.
early.
Yes, LA time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We had this great person. I mean, she's a veterinary oncologist. Wow. Doing great and also international speaker. And Biggie, thank you so much. People watch our show. We will be sharing it also here on our page. And please, you too, share our conversation with people who you know who deserve to hear great talks. And don't forget, we are on the road to the 18th Annual Female Leadership Conference in Curacao. It will be next year. Hope you will be there. Bye bye. Bye, Biggie.
Bye. Thank you.